Hey guys, and welcome to the Zelda NES Speedrunner's Guide, or How to Beat Zelda in Less Than an Hour. This is a video for anyone who's ever wanted to speedrun one of the greatest games of all time, The Legend of Zelda for the NES. Now, Zelda on the NES is an undisputed classic. When it first came out, it took the #1 spot on Nintendo Power's Top 30 list and held it even into the early 90s, and it's well represented on just about any list of the greatest games ever. It needs no introduction. Most of us remember this game for its wicked difficulty, labyrinthine dungeons, fun power-ups, and unnecessary quotes on the title screen. But did you know that this game can be beaten in less than an hour? Actually, the world record is around 34 minutes. 34 minutes! And that was done by a real person, it wasn't a tool-assisted speedrun. Those are even faster. As it turns out, Zelda offers some incredible depth that makes it a great game for speedrunning. If you cut out all the exploration and getting stuck in dungeons, which admittedly is half the fun when you play it the normal way, the game offers a lot of subtleties that make it perfect for a quick, fun speedrun. You don't have to beat it in 30 minutes, you don't have to be the best in the world, but you can sit down and have a casual run that's not too hard for seasoned players, and it only takes about an hour. So sit back, relax, enjoy the scrolling items for a moment, and I will show you how to destroy this classic game in less than 60 minutes. Lesson 1. General Lay of the Land. Now, one of the best things about speedrunning Zelda is that there's so many different ways to do it. The dungeons are all over the place, and you can basically do them in any order you want. I mean, yeah, they number them 1 through 9, but it's not like there's some old man out there forcing you to do them in the right order. In fact, sometimes the order makes no sense, because sometimes a hard dungeon goes right before an easy one. Level 6? I'm looking at you. There are a few basic routes that have emerged from the speedrunning community, though, and you should probably pick one based on your skill level, and try to stick with it. I'll go through them one by one. Beginner's route. Start off with the fetch quest. Now, as we all remember from our childhood, when you first start out in Zelda, it's tough as hell. I mean, it's so tough, if you read the instruction manual, it almost sounds like they're apologizing for the difficulty of the game. And then they give you tons of maps to help you figure out where dungeons 1 and 2 are. You start off with 3 hearts, and most enemies will do a half a heart of damage, or even more. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits or so, and you are dead, my friend. But there's no reason for all this pain. If you look at a map of the overworld, and you take into consideration all the helpful moblins that give you free monies, and the heart containers you can easily grab, and all the cheap items just waiting for you to pick them up, you can actually get ridiculously overpowered even before you enter your first dungeon. And all in less than 15 minutes. Seriously, I tried it myself and I got the blue ring, which is double defense, the white sword, which is double offense, the blue candle, the magic shield, the red potion, and 6 full hearts, all before entering my first dungeon. I timed myself and I was able to do it in 10 minutes 15 seconds. And hell, I even messed up and went the wrong way a couple times, so you could probably do it in under 10. Barely 10 minutes in, and I got double attack and double defense. Feels good, bro. This is what I'd recommend if you're just starting speedrunning Zelda. It's a great way to learn where all the free goodies are, and plus you feel friggin' invincible by the time you hit your first dungeon. It's a great confidence booster. You do lose a bit of time, and if you're trying to beat a world record, I mean obviously this is not the route you'd want to take, but it's a great starting point. So how did I do it? Well, let's put the playback at 400 times speed, so you can watch and learn. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the sword, because I need it. You need the sword, you want that, guys. Don't pass that up, this is not a swordless run. Alright, next up, I'm going to try to get me some bombs, and I'm wending my way over here to the fetch quest area, which is this forest near level 2. And hey, what do you know, I got some bombs, and actually that didn't surprise me at all. I'm going to get a heart. The reason the bombs didn't surprise me is because you can actually force a bomb drop, and I'm going to explain how to do that later. So for the time being, now that I got my heart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and talk to all these helpful moblins, and I'm basically just going to beg some money off them. Grab another heart. But here you see there's tons of moblins in this area that'll give you free money. So if you just walk around, you know, cap in hand, they'll give you 10 here, 30 there. There's a couple that'll give you 100. So next I'm going to go off and grab a candle. This candle's going to help me find some more moblins that'll give me more money. So I backtrack a little bit, get a little lost, and back here in this area I'm going to be able to pick up 10 from this guy right here. Yeah, that's right, you hand over your money. I don't care if you keep it a secret or not. 100 there, look at that, 110 plus. Alright, next up I'm going to go to the shop, I'm going to grab a shield. I want the shield. Okay, next up I'm going to wend my way north, and up here there's an old woman. Letter for an old woman. It's an old man who gives me a letter for the old woman. Don't worry about it, you'll find out what it is later. Grab another 100 rupees, and now I'm going to start heading towards the white sword. Because guess what, I've got 5 hearts, and that is exactly enough to get the white sword. So I do a little trick here, walk past the centaur. There we go, I've mastered using it, I can have it. Now at this point, there's kind of nothing that goes on for a while because I need to get over to level 1, because there's some more moblins going to give me some more money there. First up, I'm going to pick up the potion. The reason I earned the potion is because I had the letter to the old woman. There's another mob that's gonna give me some money. And down below, I'm gonna pick up another 30 right here. Look at all this free money just lying around, man. Next, I'm gonna grab a heart, so this will be my 6th heart, 6th and final heart. There's another 10 right here. Now at this point, I'm at 150 rupees, and I'd really like to get that blue ring, but oh man, it costs 250. If only there was a moblin around here, it'd give me 100 rupees, and oh, there he is. And then I start heading up to the shop that has the blue ring, and what do you know, I got 255 rupees, so give me that blue ring. And there you go, my friends. The time is 12:10. I started recording at 12 p.m., so 10 minutes in, and I have got a whole plethora of badass weapons. Look at this. I'm just cleaning up. So, that, my friends, is how you do it. That is a fetch quest. Now, fetch questing might be alright for some Nintendo mascots, but I know you. You're a real man, right? Well, if you want to put some hair on your chest, then instead of doing the fetch quest first, you should start off with a dungeon. Now, the speedrunning convention in Zelda is basically that you either choose to do level 2 first, or level 3. I'm going to call level 2 the intermediate route, and level 3 the advanced route. Level 2 is a lot safer, because it's an easy dungeon, and it's right near the fetch quest area, so you can even pick up some hearts beforehand if you want to put the wind at your back. Level 3 is a lot riskier, because it's a relatively tough dungeon if you walk in with 3 hearts. After that, both routes basically converge, because you'll want to end up doing dungeons 3, then 4, then 5 in order. Now, I'm not going to give you a step-by-step guide for each dungeon, that would make for too long of a video. Just watch some speedruns on YouTube and you'll figure it out. The classic speedrun by RD Runner is an example of the intermediate route, which he himself admits is kinda conservative. For an example of the advanced route, check out the more recent speedrun by Darkwing Duck. Yes, all the great Zelda speedruns were done by cartoon characters. Deal with it. So here's the basic gist of it. The expert route has you start off on level 3 because that's where you get the raft, which you need to advance to level 4. Now level 4 gives you another crucial item, the stepladder, which you need to be at level 5. Now between levels 4 and 5 you can knock off level 1 pretty easily, so you might as well. Plus the white sword is along the way, so bonus. Now after level 5 you get the whistle, which is required to get to level 7 later on, and plus it allows you to do a lot of whistle warping to save time, and I'll explain how that works later. Then at this point, level 2 isn't very far away, so you do that 5th. So this is the big difference between the expert route and the intermediate route. In the expert route, you do level 2 5th, whereas in the intermediate route, you do it 1st. Now the advantage with the expert route is that by the time you get over to level 2, and hence the fetch questing area, you already got the raft and the stepladder, which give you access to these hearts over in the Eastern Shore. Plus, it's just faster. Now at this point, most speedrunners are going to be concerned about having the magic number of 140 rupees. The reason you're going to need 140 is, first off, you need 60 in order to buy the food, because you're going to need that in order to be level 7, because you got to feed this fat ass. And then you're also going to need 80 rupees in order to buy the arrows, which you'll need to defeat Goma at the end of level 6. Kapow! So thus begins the end of the speedrun, the denouement, if you will. What you're gonna do is level 7, and the magic sword, and level 6, level 8, level 9, the silver arrows, Ganon, Zelda, you win, your friends and family cheer, everyone's happy, peace arrives in the Middle East, Jack and Rose end up together in the end, the world's a better place. Congratulations. Good job. So is that all there is to speedrunning The Legend of Zelda for the NES? Oh, no way, man. Oh, there is so much more. We have barely cracked the surface of this bombable wall, I'm telling you. I haven't told you about luck manipulation, I haven't told you about how to get a free bomb off of Dodongo, I haven't told you about whistle warping, I haven't told you which optional items are useful, like the sword upgrades, and which ones are not so useful, so you might as well pass them up. Hint, hint. It's red and it's a candle. Well, unfortunately though, we're getting up to the 9-minute mark, so you're just going to wait for part 2. So press start to continue on to part 2 of the Zelda NES Speedrunner's Guide.